There's a manifesto here. There's one that's been allegedly written by Natalie, but it hasn't been confirmed by police. Speaking at the press conference Monday, a document about the shooting is circulating on social media, but we have not verified it. We certainly are aware and been posted on the person who posted alleged as a connection with the victim. Natalie Rupnow, X. People are saying today is a sad day. What happens next? The investigation is ongoing. Following the shootings, questions have arisen over whether female mass shooters are on the rise. Well, one is too many, but yeah, I don't see anywhere with the manifesto. Of course, Trump is yet to comment because this goes against everything he's standing up for. Images, manifesto, times. I know India ain't got no damn manifesto. So this is the little weirdo right here. Okay, so it looks like Channel 2 now might have it on here. She wore the hell out of this shirt though. Let me see. Get this out of here. We went through all of that. Let me see. New information has surfaced regarding the 15-year-old murderer. We will not be talking highly of her. She's a fucking criminal, a murderer. Uh, Birth information. She's born November 7th, 2009. Born a female, not a transgender. A point her boyfriend emphasized. So that right there tells you that right there, the boyfriend emphasized she was not a transgender. This is all you need to know right there. These are those type of individuals. You know what I'm saying? They're against everybody. You know what I mean? It wasn't a transgender. It may look like a nigga, but it wasn't a nigga. No, we don't know. Let me see. Victoria sent me. It looked like a lot to read. Now give me a second. Let me try to see if I can pull this up. She was enrolled at the school. All right, well, here goes a summary of it. The six-page manifesto titled War Against Humanity reveals deeply troubling insights into Samantha's motivations, personal struggles, and influences. We don't give a fuck about her personal struggles. She is a murderer, and we're going to treat her as such. Family relationships. Samantha described her relationship with her parents as extremely difficult, referring to them as scum. She claimed her family didn't love her and expressed feeling like the wrong child in her family. Suicidal ideation. Samantha stated that she had planned to unalive herself for a long time, but felt that perpetrating a shooting would be better for evolution rather than just one stupid born unaliving. Influence and administration. The manifesto highlights Samantha's deep admiration for individuals responsible for previous mass attacks, including Pekka Erik Avenue, a Finnish school shooter, Ardra Kavakatin, a Turkish neo-Nazi who carried out mass attacks earlier this year. She referred to her as the ultimate saint and acknowledged him as a significant inspiration. Vladislav Rokolovsky, a perpetrator of a 2018 shooting in Crimea. I think I remember hearing about that name. 4. Acquisition of weapons. Samantha revealed that she obtained the weapons used in the attack through lies, manipulation, and her father's stupidity. Man, what I tell y'all, the father looked like a... The shooter's boyfriend had been known, who had known her for 2 years throughout the long distance relationship, provided the following details. They met on social media and had... So wait, how old is he? If she was 15, that means she was 13 when they met. How old is this guy that he's talking to the news? The shooter's boyfriend, who had known her for 2 years through a long distance relationship, provided the following details. They met on social media and never met. Oh man, you wasn't no boyfriend, nigga. You was a pen pal. You was a weirdo. The boyfriend described Samantha as kind, generous. No, we ain't trying to hear none of that. She was a murderer. She's the Satan. She's the devil. He recounted that she frequently made him gifts without expecting anything in return. Oh, so this is the person that you sent, Torian. This is the same app. The Manifesto time. I'm gonna play it after we do. Oh, here, there's the whole thing right here. Manifesto timeline. She sent the message to her boyfriend via WhatsApp at approximately 10:30 a.m. Eastern on the day of the shooting. She later posted it publicly to Twitter at 11:50. So an hour 20 minutes later. The attack occurred approximately 7 minutes after at 11:57 a.m. The boyfriend did not see the message until 1:12 p.m. Eastern, at which point the attack had already been carried out. She was deceased. How old you think this quote unquote boyfriend is? He didn't see it till 1:12. She sent it to him at 10:30. 11, 12. So almost 3 hours later, he seen the message. What teenage boy isn't on their phone for 3 hours? Not being on your phone for 3 hours is some grown men shit. Hmm. Yeah, but that's what we need to find out who this guy is talking. We don't have a name, but if he met her at 13, all right, we're gonna read through this. Golly, oh no, we definitely not reading 6 pages, unless we about to do some popcorn. Y'all join up here, and I just pick people out and popcorn. You give it to somebody else, but I'm not reading 6 pages of this bullshit. I tell you right now, I'm definitely not. Oh man. And if this ain't even the real manifesto, we haven't confirmed. If I read through all of this and this ain't the real deal, I would be upset with myself. We'll skim through a war against humanity, the creation of a disaster and why it was so unfair. Hatred, something everyone has gotten in a sense. Some people think is pure nothing, but because of the hate they make, it ends up killing them without knowing it. Which go right ahead, I don't mind, but kind of do at the same time. You are just simply nothing but scum to this world, or to even think about. Nobody should want you or your body in any way. I hate seeing people on a daily basis just being so sensitive. Gives me one more reason to take off my glasses. I'm gonna keep mine on. The human scum is color and the way people are raised. I've grown around people who do not care or give one single care in the world and smoke their lungs out with weed or drink as much as they can, like my own father. Well, why didn't you do something to your father? You should have had a conversation with him, not go take it out on other people if this is real. I've grown to hate people and society. It's truly not my fault, though, but it is. It never was. But all of you and the world, but all of you and the world have done to me is pick me and tease me. You push me into a corner with no help whatsoever. Humanity is filth, and I don't like filth nor want to live in it, nor should anyone else. And I know it follows me and how it's followed and will follow everyone because of how the world is run. There were so many things I wanted to do as a kid, yet I can't admit I was afraid of the other kids and also even my own parents, but I don't even trust them at the age as well. Golly. At the age as well as I never will. My parents are scum. There is nothing that will save them to make me think good of them ever again. No family to ever trust and to never trust society. There are, damn, how many people didn't put, I might as well put my watermark over this. It's like 7 people on this. 2 people and the only 2 people I would trust. There is 2 people and only 2 people I would trust. One partially and one I would never doubt. I can agree that I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but neither did my parents or anyone around me. I have changed and I will not go back to that ever again. I'm hardened and I'm difficult, or I'm hardened and I'm different. Yeah, this ain't nothing but her, man. This is all on her. Like, you had issues with your scum ass family. Why are you taking it out on people at the school? Your daddy was at the house drinking and smoking weed, filling his lungs. I want to know who the 2 people are. Let me see. The situation in the situation of a lifetime is a get the fuck out moment and don't come back. I will never go back and nag my way through life. It's not even my fault though. It's everyone. Oh, see, that's the problem right there. She needed to take that dusty ass shirt off, go look in the fucking mirror and realize it ain't everyone else's fault. It's your fault. You scared of the other kids. What were you scared of them from? They ain't did nothing to you. It's everyone else's fault. It has to be theirs and not mine. It's pure idiotic for from people to well, it's pure idiotic from people to cause this. But it's a good thing that this happens. As always is, and there will always be a reason for this and reasons for other shootings, unless it's some Indian guy who wanted to blow up just for the fun of it. What? It's pure idiotic from people to cause this, but it's a good thing that this happens. It always is, and there will always be a reason for this and reasons for other shootings, unless it's some Indian guy who wanted to blow up just for the fun of it, which is what those people do. I find that a bit funny, not really funny to the point I laugh my ass off, but still, maybe you get the point here, or maybe you don't. And I think I might be crazy. If this is real, her father is an idiot. She didn't learn any of this on her own. She learned all of this from hearing her drunk ass dad, weed smoking dad, talk shit. Because we haven't heard, I personally haven't heard of any Indians like being bombers or like suicide bombers. You know what I mean? So I don't know where she got that from. Now, of course, this is allegedly her manifesto. I don't know if it is or not. We're just reading it. We here now, but if this is, it's because she heard all of this dumb shit from her father. I don't know where else she would get that from, but yeah, this just I don't know, man. This is just y'all done got me starting to read this, man. We ain't even done with the first page. Oh my God. All right. See, I don't know if this is, I don't know if this is real because I mean, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like the way that this is formatted, how it's written now, but I don't think anyone would sit around and just make this up. Like, okay, the shooting happens, and then someone gets online and just makes up this and just puts it out. I wish I could highlight it, copy it, and we could put it in like Chat GPT and try to find out where it came from. But it's kind of written like a kid would write something like this. Maybe you'll see me as a weirdo, a freak, just as some of you do now, but I'm not. I'm not like the others. I would never ever want to be like them. But you're wearing the same shirt as a school shooter. So if this is real, then you're just contradicting yourself and all this because you wouldn't be wearing the same outfits that motherfuckers that did the thing before you already did. So that's how you know this is a kid. They don't know what the hell they talking about. I would never ever want to be like them with how they think and what they do on a simple day. I hate how the population thinks, grows, and talks, and how they make romance fake. If only some days we could be a if only some days we could do a public execution, that would be gladly needed. I wouldn't mind throwing some stones at idiots. You'd be the first one they threw some at, or even watching from afar back when they get hanged. Twitter can prove that for a fact. Well, Twitter is ran by Elon Musk. Shout out to Tesla. You know, we going up. We in the 400s right now. The portfolio is looking nice, but we'll talk about him a little bit later. Twitter can prove that for a fact, or so I think, and I think a lot more than some people think I do, or maybe they don't think what I think because most people can't do what I'm going to do. Death is something most people need to embrace and accept rather than running away from it. Once you know, you'll be proven guilty on all charges and wish to be killed in any good way that is not simple and is more painful than anything, or at least I would hope on that behalf. Yes, and y'all wanted me to read this shit. Revolution and population. Yeah, I don't know I don't know what's coming. I don't know, Kendall. This is some this is some white people verbiage. I've never put these words in sentences like this. So I'm trying to find, hey, I have no idea what's going on here, guys. I'm just reading what's on the paper and trying to follow along with it, but it's complicated. It's got my eyes kind of cross-eyed. I'm trying to figure this out with y'all. You know what I mean? The revolution should be well. The population should be well. We're at 329 million in America. That population is good, but it's not and never will be. I want to change that, but will I truly? The population is why I gotta be scum? I thought why I gotta be scum? The Mo and the Moaz, we are not scum. Your family might be scum, but don't be putting the population of scum. We not in that. The population of scum has been worked over. The population of scum has been worked over the years, over the years as it did during the wars and fighting over what should be right and wrong. The sick people will dissolve into dust and be forgotten about. What is this? Like in the Avengers? You will ruin the human population and turn into whores. You will ruin the human population and turn into whores of filth and begins that shouldn't live. Whores and scum are things I hate the most and will always hate. You have no meaning. You and your parents should be hanged in front of everybody. What does she know about whores at 15? Oh, niggers. Niggers, though. Why we gotta be worse? Niggers, though, worse. Once you sleep with one, you are one. I don't care if you think you are or what you've done. good for the world, for this world of yours, it will never matter because you will always have no thought and no brain to continue. Well, wait a minute. Now why? Now why the whores get to be the scum, but we gotta be the worst? We worse than whores? Why? Wait a minute. I don't have a brain or a thought. Why I gotta be worse than a whore? Why can't a nigga be a good nigga? I'm a good nigga. Why the niggers gotta be the worst? Why couldn't it be whores and then like you put us a step above the whores? Why we got you gonna say the population of scum, but then say niggas are worse than the population of why we got to be the worst? You were just talking about the Indians, no disrespect to the Indians. You were just talking about the Indians. Why we got to be the worst? No thought or no brain. It says niggas though. The only time there's all caps is when it comes after the niggers. Niggers though, worse. Like why we gotta have all caps? We haven't had all caps. We over 1,000 words in. Why we got to be the worst? What do we do? You live in a white matter of fact. What's the population look like up in goddamn Madison? Madison, Wisconsin, the racial composition of Madison is 74% white, 8% Asian, 7.7% two or more races. It's only 1% black people in Madison. What you know about niggers? You know about niggas. There's only one person up there. It's one family up there. They talk about niggers. It ain't that many niggers up there. It's one or two niggas up there. 269,000 people. There's just 69,000 people up there. 269. There's only 2,000 blacks up there. 2,600 black people up there. And you talking about the niggers. Why are we the worst? Hey, man, look at it right here. Niggers the worst. How we get to be the worst? And there's only 26 of us up there, 2,600 of us up there. And you probably only know one or two of them. Why we got to be the worst? And once you sleep with them, you are one. So if you a mixed person, man, you a nigga. You may not appear to be one, but you one of us. Niggers, though, worse. Once you sleep with one, you are one. I don't care who you think you are or what you've done good for this world of yours. It will never matter because you always have no thought and no brain to continue with. I hate looking at some of the people in society and seeing that they are why they got these big ass goddamn watermarks over this. I hate looking at some of the people in society and seeing what they are and what they do with their lives. Like, how does one do that? But I know how out the scum and just pure retardedness. I'm glad to be different and I'm not the same as others. You know, you the same white girl. Well, yeah, you different from all the white girls out there. The other white girls, they go to school, they live a normal fucking life. You're a weirdo. I know how to be formal. No, you don't. We looked at you laying out here with this dirty ass, funky ass shirt on. I know how to be formal. I know how to use my words, even if no, you don't. Even if I get mad at you, there has always been a reason, whether or not I despise you or just because I can. Some of you guys really do deserve the execution punishment, whether painful or not. You deserve to be dead. But yet, doesn't the whole world deserve that? The main target has been anyone with some sort of feeling or being of knowing any action to turn you wrong and left rather than right and the better. The fuck is she talking about? I'm glad to, we read that. Either way, I will always hate humanity and I will never be overruled. If someday it's so overruled and I shall never see that day, and knowing how this world is and how everyone is scum of filth, nobody will ever overrule it, and everyone will be in some worthless thing. What the hell does this even mean? Jeez Louise, give me a second. Oh no, man, y'all tripping when you think we about to read all of this. Man, we let me just gloss over this. We're not after niggas is worse, man. And I'm good. Blah 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 blah. The hate I get and the hate you get is mutual. You hate me and I will always hate you, no matter what you've done. But you will always have a little place of hate, unless I just skim through it. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think, though, nor would I really ever. I'd rather be dead than sit in a room all day, no matter if it's schoolwork or even my own room. Even if I like being alone, I will never be like anyone else and ruin my mind. I am a part of the real thought and real revolution. Introduction to myself. My name is Samantha. I was born November 7th, 2009, exactly 2 years after Pekka's attack. Incredible, am I right? Nobody knows I'm doing this. I got the weapons by lies and manipulation and my father's stupidity. I planned on shooting myself alive a while ago, but thought maybe it'd be better for evolution rather than just one stupid born suicide, which hopefully I'll reach at that point. I planned this myself, nobody else. I act alone. There would have been no way to change what has happened. You can't, and you never know. You can and you never will know. You never cared too much to know anything about me. I'm glad you don't know. I've always been a quiet kid, I said, or at least that's what everyone else around me has said, and never really had the brains for the most things because I wasn't smart enough for people around me, even though I am good at science and some stuff. Nigga, please. I thought you was different from everybody, but you just told us you stupid and you only knew science. I wasn't smart enough for the people around me, even though I'm good at science and some stuff. What the fuck is some stuff? I'm good at some stuff too. Sleeping, eating, drinking. I'm good at some stuff too. Making jokes. Nobody really looked at me in a good way in elementary or middle school, nor even high school. Right now, it doesn't matter much because I like being alone. Sometimes I just hate being picked on, but yet I mourn for friends. But I thought you didn't want to be around people. But I mourn for friends, but sooner than later, they'll leave. My therapist sucks. He's just some weak and fat guy who doesn't deserve anything, and he has now nobody deserves anything good. My so-called family never included me because I was too weird for them. My father never treated me with respect. My father will always make me stand out in the worst possible way, yet bring up how I failed school or can't get out of bed simply because I don't want to leave. So I thought you were smart at science and some stuff, but you tell us that you're failing school, so you're a failure to society. So we put you worse than the niggers. So it goes her, the niggers, and then the whores. According to her, in her words, that's how we got it. She's the scum. Well, she's below the scum. Niggers are above her because she's the worst. She's a failure. She can't even pass class. And then the whores. He makes me look like a freak to his families and friends. He says so much, but look at his bad side. My parents divorced quite a few times, which didn't help me at all, but not did my parents divorced quite a few times. What the fuck? My parents divorced quite a few times, which didn't help me at all, but not did it really affect me. It just made me a little lonely because nobody was there for me and never really was. My mother tried overdosing when I was around 12 or something. I don't care if she would have survived or unalived herself from it, but yet she was still here. Doesn't mean she actually was in my life. I see my parents as failures for everything they've done to me and just kind of effing with my life. There was never a helpful advice given to me. It was all bullshit. The world itself is bullshit. It's fair though. To be fair though, so why should I or you see it as much in it? Shit, I love life, man. I put up with the bullshit. Shit, I'd rather deal with the bullshit than deal with a goddamn dead pit. I never really liked my father, to be exact, because honestly, why should I? or hate is mutual to each other. We will never see me as his daughter. He would never love. Well, in the post, he said it seemed like he said he loved you. He would never love me like he loved his ex or his kids or even alcohol, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to anyone because no one heard me out and just made fun of me my entire life, and I'm sick of it. I've been trapped and forced into my corner. I hate this corner I'm stuck in. I hate humanity for forcing me into this little hole. I once had this time when I was young. You made me dig for so long, and now I can't leave. You I once had this time when I was young. You made me dig for so long, and now I can't leave, but only look up at your smiles laughing at me. Honestly, don't remember how old I was. I know I was young, but yet I remember everything that still happened because it happens every once in a while. Never have I ever once brought this up to a therapist, anyone, because nobody cared at the time, nor will now. I saw things around me and I laid on the floor, not being able to move. I was overwhelmed and tired. Hard breath, things around me felt bigger than usual, and I was faint. Once in a while, I get the same feeling, just I know how to control it. That one night, I begged for my mother to help me, but she was in the next room to me in her apartment where she was with her boyfriend, awake because all I heard was her walking right past my room. I was the wrong child of the family. My parents admit they didn't want me, nor did even if My parents admit they didn't want me, nor never did, even if I've grown. I've always the one who set out or sat in another room because they didn't want to interact with me at any point in time. Then I stayed in my room all day during the day and night after and before school as well. Doesn't help that the school was a pain in my ass while getting teased and pushed around. I always got picked on for being out of pocket, as if the quietness was out of pocket for them and just too odd or something. I moved schools, was already happening, picked on again, just not any words. I know this will happen anywhere and any time in my life, but it's annoying. I'm starting to realize you will all die and perish and be forgotten in 20 years or less. You a fucking lie. You a lie. I made it past 20 years. I'm about to do another 20. I got at least a good 52 years left in you, boy. Your family will think you are a disappointment, as the hate I have for you now isn't enough. I want to hate to tear you apart, but yet it won't happen because you are the reason hate is a thing and will always continue to be a thing. I am not hate. I am simply pointing this out. You in the system will always suck, therefore need a revolution. Nobody understands that, nor do people understand that the fact that they probably sat next to me in the class and never thought a single word about me, nor ever really thought to. I don't really care though, to be honest. Nobody really has. Man, do you know how many people I've been in school with that I've never spoken to? Man, it's school. Everybody ain't supposed to talk to you. Plus, you was a weirdo. Her words, not mine. You was a weirdo. You weren't smart enough. You knew science and some stuff. You telling us all of this. You pointing out why you was weird. You would have went off in the corner by yourself. It's not someone else's job to be social to you. Now, the only reason I'm talking this way is because she's a murderer. If this is real, all of this is alleged anyway, but this is because she's a murderer. It's not like if it was the other way around, she was getting picked on and like a bully unalive her, then yeah, we'd have to have some sympathy for her because we're seeing all this is going on. But you took two people's lives, so we don't give a fuck about nothing you got to say. But man, I stayed to myself. But hey, man, people gonna pick on you. That's life, man. The wolf hunts his prey and continues life with no other bruises or scars. There is no predator and prey anymore. It's all filth walking. There's nothing more with filth. It simply cannot die or make hunts real if only they want is value. Yeah, she wanted to be the cool kid. You not everybody ain't the cool kid. I wasn't the cool. Well, I knew everybody, but I wasn't the cool kid till till high school. And then, because once I switched schools, that's when things are a little bit different for me. I was When I was at the hood school, I knew everybody. So when I switched schools, I stayed to myself. But you know how the new guys, I had the ladies and stuff. But let's get back to this. Uh, so here's the shooters that she allegedly put herself after. Uh, Pekka Eric Avinu, November 7th, started at 11:40 of 2007, 2 years before my birthday. The true ideal of so-called future, the future of revenge from his own inspiration and more, leading more true inspiration of mine, a thought passed on from others rather than rotten like anyone else. Simply a guy who knew what he was doing and not ruining his life, just rather make a better place, blah, blah, blah. They ain't talking about nothing. Um, Approximately 126 days apart from my own ending. An ultimate saint deaths made. Nah, blah, blah, blah. Oh, she ain't talking about nothing. All right, so this is just going off of the people that she like molded herself after. All right, man, y'all have me read all of that. Again, we don't know if that's real or not. So